Hi, this is Nikki, and this is Tuesday, February 13th, 2023. I have a reading for tomorrow, which is Valentine's Day, and it's the start of Lent this year. I had shut down my podcast for reasons I'll explain in a few months, but one of the cards that I had gotten in the reading I had done today was the Letting Go card from the Mystical Journey Oracle deck. And on the card it looks like Niagara Falls, and a woman is kind of floating over it. And in the background, it looks like a government building with it looks like an ancient demon of some kind behind her, maybe. And I couldn't figure out the placement of the card, why it didn't really fit into the reading. And it, I guess, initially had reminded me of the movie Superman. You know, the first one where he swoops in to save Lois Lane. But now after meditating on it for several hours, I'm starting to think that we have to be careful about expecting the government or another country to save us. And we're going to have to rely on our higher power for some strength here. So I have a few different things. I'm not exactly sure. I'll start with the scripture, and this is for Lent. And this is from Thoughts from the Mount of Blessings. And it says, "When ye pray, use not vain repetition as the heathen do." And that's Matthew 6:12. It says, "The heathen looked upon their prayers as having in themselves merit to atone for sin. Hence, the longer the prayer, the greater the merit. If they could become holy by that which by their own if they could become holy by their own efforts, they would have something in themselves in which to rejoice. Some group for boasting." This idea of prayer is an outworking of the principle of self-expiation, which lies at the foundation of all systems of false religion. The Pharisees had adopted this pagan idea of prayer, and it is by no means extinct in our day, even among those who profess to be Christians. The repetition of set, customary phrases when the heart feels no need of God is of the same character as the vain repetition of the heathen. Prayer is not an expiation for sin. It has no virtue or merit of itself. All the flowery words at our command are not equivalent to one holy desire. The most eloquent prayer, the most eloquent prayers are but idle words if they do not express the true sentiments of the heart. But the prayers that come from an earnest heart, when the simplest wants of the soul are expressed, as we would ask an earthly friend for a favor, expecting it to be granted, this is the prayer of faith. God does not desire our ceremonial compliments, but the unspoken cry of the heart broken and subdued with a sense of its sin and utter weakness finds its way to the Father of all mercy. So this is for Lent. And I think the scripture is asking us to pray, but to be simple about it and not feel like you have to be super elaborate in what you do, that it doesn't mean that your prayer is more meaningful. He just wants you to show up and be honest. Okay, so the second card I have is from the Angel deck from Radley Valentine. And I have the Ten of Cups, or the Ten of Water in this deck. And it says, you have a content and rewarding family life, and there's great harmony among those around you. Your relationships are strong and trustworthy. You feel blessed and loved. Your needs, both material and emotional, are all met. Your relationships with your family and friends are genuine. Peace, joy, and unconditional love surround you. And the additional meaning for this card is happy marriages, positive relationships with children, security, and taking care of family members. I'm going to move on to, I have a chakra. So this book is, it's just called A Start Here Guide for Beginners Chakras from Tori Hartman. And the pages that I opened up to for the oracle is the fourth chakra, which is green. And this governs the thymus gland, our heart. The meaning of this is opening. The key concept for this chakra is matters of the heart. The Western translation is compassion, and the Western color therapy is harmony. And the page specifically that I opened up on, and I'm going to concentrate on for this message, is it says, calming the fourth chakra's personal challenges. And it says, one of the key components of the fourth chakra is compassion. The compassion Sally had for those she guided was unmatched. They're talking about the story that's preceding this. Yet she had little for herself. Her decision was to rest and to find activities where she was not a leader, but a participant and a student. She decided to do solo pursuits in a class setting. Knitting was perfect for her. She could not only relax in the class, but learn from others more experienced than her. And the evolution of this meaning, it says, talking about yoga here. In some yoga practices, the fourth chakra means unstuck. This chakra is the bridge between the physical body and the first three chakras and the spiritual body of the final three. As we become unstuck from our earthly desires, we progress towards spiritual bliss. The fourth chakra is the true guardian between the physical and the unseen. And it's telling you, if you visualize green, it can help you with balance, harmony, hope, healing, love, and peace. So that is that. We're going to move on to Archangel Raphael's Healing Miracles deck from Doreen Virtue. And we have the card signs from Raphael. And the little poem or prayer says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please send me clear signs that I can easily notice and understand, to let me know of your presence and to give me guidance as to the next step to take. Thank you. So they're asking in this card is if you're needing some help to lean on Archangel Raphael for guidance. Ask him for special guidance for you or your family. I think the last, maybe the second to last thing I'm going to share is a card from the Mystical Journey Oracle deck. And this is the Self-Realization card, card number 15. And the booklet says, each step you take on your life journey is a step closer back home to your immortal being of light. And each decision you make takes you down a unique path. Alternative decisions can give you different life experiences, but ultimately we are all on the same path to shredding our human persona and becoming our higher self again. In the image on the self-realization card, the middle path symbolizes your travels through life and every passing possibility. There are two identical characters, although they exist in different timelines on their life journey. Both are traveling towards a divine face, and both will eventually become their higher selves. The Stoic guardians are guides who help you stay on the path towards self-realization, for it is your ultimate destiny. This card can indicate a daring dream that will help humankind. It is waiting in the wings, ready to be manifested by you. Will you hear the call? Listen to the whispers of initiation, as they will make you feel excited about a little scared, but ultimately thrilled. Set yourself on your higher life path. You are on the brink of realizing a bold vision that will help you and others like you. Every step you take into the light makes the voyage easier for those behind you. And the action step associated with this card says to stay open and receptive, as there are synchronicities coming your way. They will help you to remember the important decisions you need to make, the ones you decide upon before you came here to Earth, and they will guide you onto your perfect life path. And I have 4 cards from the Good Day deck, and they are four challenges. You don't have to try them all, but I just thought for Lent, thought I would offer something up that maybe you would be interested. The first card is complete a fitness challenge. There are a bunch of fitness challenges available online or in app format. Find one that has full lesson plans that help keep you motivated and interested. Recruit a friend to do it as well. And keep each other accountable for completing it. Fitness challenges are available in different lengths. Choose a length that works for you, or try them all. Keep track of how many fitness challenges you complete so you can see the progress. So they're challenging you to a 15-day, a 30-day, or a 90-day one. The second card says, share a flavor adventure. Visit ethnic restaurants which you've never experienced before. Native Ethiopian, Brazilian, Cuban, Pakistani, the list goes on. Don't forget to try the traditional drinks and desserts as well. You can make it a social adventure with friends by taking turns selecting a restaurant. Visit 3 restaurants you've never been to before. So that's where your challenge is, 3 different restaurants. The next one we have is practice daily gratitude. Gratitude practice is linked to increased contentment, success, and happiness. For the next 14 days, write down 3 things you are grateful for every single morning. They can be deep or simple. Just write down what comes to mind. Whether you are thankful for a family member, a roof over your head, or a sunny day, a few minutes of daily gratitude can make a big impact on your life. If you find it helpful, keep going. So that's a 14-day challenge. And then the last card is be well read and well rounded. Studies indicate that reading makes it easier to empathize with others and to imagine other people's life experience. It can also provide interesting topics for conversation or give you new knowledge and skills. Often, one of the hardest parts about starting to read more is knowing what to read. Ask a friend for recommendations, check out bestsellers list, or ask for help at the bookstore. And resolve to find a book you enjoy and finish it within 1 month. So that's a 1 book challenge. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to try and keep it simple for a while. Somebody in the most blunt and insulting way, backhanded compliment way, pointed out to me that someone had put up a boundary that I had been crossing over, but I wasn't aware that they had put that boundary up. So I just wanted to apologize for that, and that won't be happening anymore. And the other thing I wanted to say is I've been getting messages from Spirit or whoever who have been trying to warn me about somebody. And I haven't been absorbing the warning because, I knew this person a long time ago, and I couldn't really see the situation exactly how it was being presented to me as being truthful. And I've come to the realization that it is truthful, and so I am sorry to those people who were trying to save me some despair, some humiliation. And I am grateful for the messages that come through to me, even when I don't want to hear them. And we're just going to move forward simply. I shut the podcast down because I'm going to try and limit my time, and I'm not completely ready. So I will just kind of stick on here and do things here and there as I see, or as I feel like I get a message that I'd like to share. And that is really about it. Happy Valentine's Day. Lent is tomorrow, so there are many of different ways to fast. Everything from intermittent fasting to a full-on water fast and everything in between. I think for me, I had to choose the simplest thing because I don't have a lot of control of what's going on. I didn't want to do anything too drastic yet. So I'm going to stick with the 1 meal a day fast because it still allows me to take care of myself like I don't have to worry about medicine and all that kind of stuff. So there are lots of different things you can do, a Daniel fast or a juice, lots of things. But that is the way I'm going with it. I would encourage you all to try that too. Give a little bit more to the situation than normally. So God bless. Have a great night, and I will be back on here soon. Bye.